Hi, Mackenzie. I'm gonna do some Bible verses really quick. Yeah, I made a video earlier just to the general public, to whoever wanted to see it. If you saw it, I wasn't trying to be a jerk at all. I really wasn't. But nonetheless, I'm gonna carry on with I didn't even upload it. Is it? I don't think. No, I don't think I uploaded it. I don't know. I really, honestly, I don't even know. I think I began to upload it, but I don't even think it really uploaded because I think I caught it just in time. So I don't know. I don't even really know if you even seen these videos. I really don't even know. I would assume you are, but I don't know for sure. Who knows? I don't even know. I hope you are because I got a lot of them on YouTube, and I plan on, you know, I plan on doing these videos. So whatever. Um, so I hope you are seeing them. And I mean, if you're not seeing them now, I hope you will. Because I mean, that's why I'm doing these videos. And like I said, plus I do other videos for whoever else wants to see them. But anyways, I mean, what I did was I looked up some Bible verses on my phone for like teenagers and stuff like that, and just some stuff came up, and I didn't really know how to do it any other way, so I just prayed and I just said, like, I asked God, I asked him, if he wanted me, like, to share any Bible verses, you know, and this probably sounds like really weird to somebody who probably I don't know if you pray or not. I don't even know. Who knows? But nonetheless, I prayed, and then after, like, during that prayer, just like, um I kind of had like an idea in my head, sort of thing. That's kind of how God talks to people sometimes, through, like, just, they call it a small still voice or whatever. I don't even know. It's just basically like, it's like a thought that just boom, So that's during prayer. That's kind of what that was, and I never even thought to. I mean, if I would have thought of this earlier, but that's what I'm saying. Like during prayer, it just kind of came to me. Because I was asking God. I said, I want to share some Bible verses with my daughter, but I don't really know. I was, kind of going through this Bible over here, and I saw a couple verses that maybe, and I made you a video, a short one, like maybe like not even a minute, just a few seconds, and I shared a Bible verse with you. It was from Romans chapter 1. I think it was Romans chapter 1, verse 1. So you can go check that out whenever you want to. It's up there. Um, I do believe I uploaded that. That's definitely up there. There's actually two of them, not for one for you and just one for the general, whoever wants to see it. I don't know, whatever. Um, but yeah, I mean, so that was definitely an answered prayer because I never would have thought of that. So I just went on my phone and I googled some things, and Bible verses for teenagers. So maybe, like, I don't know. This stuff would be more like, I don't know, relate. Maybe you'd be able to, like, relate to it more. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe you don't even care about this stuff. Whatever. I'm just trying to help you out. I mean, if you don't want. I mean, if you don't want it, don't watch the video. I don't know. But I mean, I'm gonna try to help you out regardless. So it is what it is. Um, Let me see here. I might actually do a part 2 to this video because I mean it's not even like, it's a little past 10 o'clock. So um, so I don't know. I just, like, it kind of took me some time to write this stuff down. But I mean, there's just like a few verses here, and I kind of, like, kind of cherry picked verses I thought that, I don't know, would best out of the selection and there's still more to, there's still more that I'm looking at, and I think I still have, because I don't think that I cleared my I don't think that I, you know cleared the whole Google thing. I think I'm still actually on that site, but I'd have to go back there when this video is done. So I'll probably will do a part 2 to this video. Um, but I'm gonna start off with a 1 Timothy 4:12. Obviously, this isn't the King James version, but um, don't wait. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers wait, the believers in speech, in life, in love, in faith, and in purity. Now, young, they do, from what I understand, they do mean young, because they're talking about impurity. So, I mean, I don't know. So, young people, especially today, some young people are just like, I don't know, man. I mean, even I mean, I'm not some like crazy old guy or anything like that. Even so yeah. So I mean, purity, like young people, they're supposed to be pure. I mean, people are supposed to be pure, but eventually that kind of like goes down the toilet. Eventually, for most of us. But purity, see, like there, I'm kind of like taking this word here, and I'm kind of like thinking that they're talking about like younger people, kind of like yourself, you know. But whatever. So, anyways, that's that verse. Let me read it. Let me read it over again. Wait, let me see. It's 1 Timothy 4:12. It says, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in life, in love, in faith, and in purity." So there's that. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." I'll read that again for you nice and slow. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of going through some things, so I'm kind of like, up and down with my faith and stuff like that. And I'm honest. I'm not going to sit here and hide, and I'm not going to sit here and hide behind a tree and pretend that, I'm an honest person. I really, really am. And, I might not come out here and, I'm not the kind of person to sit there and just be too graphic with my business, but that's very, very, very normal to have it's actually like growing pains. So I mean that's like the best way that anybody could really put it. I mean it's healthy, and that there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. As long as you acknowledge it, and you pray to God, and that's there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, a lot of people get ashamed. A lot of people want to just crawl up and crawl up, just and a lot of people don't like to admit that. A lot of people just want to hide out and pretend that it doesn't exist, but it does. So there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Definitely nothing wrong with it. And you know what? As a matter of fact, sometimes I'm too honest with people, because sometimes I like if something's on my mind, especially about something like spiritually, I'll sit there and I'll confide in somebody, and you just have to really be careful who you confide in. Even it doesn't matter really what it's about. You just have to really pick and choose who you tell stuff to, because not everybody that shakes your hand and smiles on you and gives you a little nudge on the shoulder is your friend. Trust me. I mean, how many people are you rolling with nowadays that if they had the chance to really do it in a real way? So, I mean, how many really? You'd be surprised about how many people would stick a knife in your back. I'm not saying everyone's like that. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just saying that people need to use discernment. So obviously I'm telling you something that you already know. I'm just saying it just to say it. I don't know. I guess just for the record or something. Whatever. But, I'm not saying that, that people need to sleep with one eye open. I just think that there's a lot of people out here and they trust way too easily. And at the same time, there's people out here who would take great joy in throwing a knife in your back and twisting it. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying everyone's like that. I'm not saying that, I'm definitely not saying that, but I'm just saying, just be careful who you tell your business to. Please, be careful. I mean, nothing happened to me, like, recently. I mean, of course, in the past, I've had people just, kind of spout off and stuff. I'm just saying, like, people are gossipers. You know, like when you come around, people shut their mouths. They don't say too much. But as soon as you walk away, that's when people are, pss, 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 you know. That's just how people are. And the funny thing is you never know who's doing it, because a lot of these people to your face are your best friends. You know, I'm just saying. I'm not saying everyone's like that. Definitely not saying that. But anyways, let me see here. Jeremiah 29:11. Hang on. All right, yeah, as I said, I was gonna read that nice and slow. Hang on. Anyways, I don't know if I'll do a part 2 to this video. It's pretty early still. It's only like a little after 10. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll jot down a couple more verses. I don't know. Yeah. What was this? Jeremiah 29:11. I'm gonna read this nice and slow. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. Now, when it comes to faith, it's a lot of people think that faith is about feeling. And I'm not. I mean, obviously, we have feelings for a reason, and you know, you basically have two groups of people. I'm not saying everyone fits into these two categories, but I'm saying most do. You have one group of people that just lives and dies by their emotions. If they feel faithful, then they must be faithful. If they don't feel faithful, then you know. And then you have another group of people that just I don't even know. Anyways, moving on. I don't even know what I was trying to say. I mean, I know what I was trying to say. I just whatever, man. I lost my train of thought. So yeah, that's Jeremiah 29:11. Turn the page here. But yeah, I mean, like, faith is just because you go through little struggles here and there, it does not mean that you're losing your faith or anything like that. It just means that it could mean a variety of things, but it definitely does not mean anything, and you definitely cannot gauge your faith based on your emotions, because that's just, I mean, really, you can feel faithless and be full of faith, or you can feel faithful and be like, dude, like you're running on low. Like your feelings are just. I'm not saying feelings are not accurate, but the heart is a very deceitful thing. So that's why God comes in, he indwells your heart and he changes your heart, because your heart in the fallen condition is deceitful. That's all up and down the Bible. The heart is a very, very deceitful thing. When somebody says follow your heart, you might not want to do that. Do whatever you want to do. Of course, do whatever you want to do, but I wouldn't suggest it, because there's a lot of people out there following their heart, and they're in, really bad circumstances. I'm not saying your heart will always lead you, but I'm telling you right now, according to the Word of God, the heart is not you can't trust your heart, and your emotions stem from your heart. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes we feel lousy, about certain things, but just because we feel a certain way about a certain sort of something, it doesn't necessarily make that certain sort of something, the way we feel. We might feel good about something, but in reality, it's not. It's kind of like I don't know, whatever. Like something you let's say, you drink something or something, and you might feel good for a couple of hours. Well, it doesn't mean that it's good for you. It just means that you drank something and you feel good for a couple of hours. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's good. I know it's a horrible example, but it's just, I don't know. So it's all I got for right now. But I don't need to break this stuff down for you. Look, when I do these videos, I know sometimes I talk to you like like you're stupid. I'm not doing that. I'm just sitting here trying to, I'm just sitting here trying to communicate with you, because I'm sitting here talking to a cell phone, and it's just like, have you ever really tried to kick out an hour-long video to somebody? So I mean, look, it's no big deal.